What is up, guys? It's PDS. Today I'm going to be talking about the release of Duel Links in China. So this is a game that has not been available officially in China. They have a lot of laws for gacha games like Duel Links. So they had to make some changes, and they went ahead and partnered up with NetEase to finally release the game. It's getting an official release at the end of January. But it did have a very closed beta for 2 hours only, believe it or not. It was only up for 2 hours. But in those 2 hours, I was able to discover a lot of information, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. So, right off the bat, they are beginning from the very start. So this is not like they're going to be hopping in and then they have all the cards available to them. So they have gone ahead and changed some of the boxes, actually. So I'm gonna take a look at all of them for you. So first up, we have Ultimate Rising. As you can see here, they went ahead and added and removed some cards. So we don't have, I believe they had Magic Jammer, or we have Magic Jammer. We have Axe Raider. We have a bunch of Hain, I think. They went ahead and took those cards away. If you see here, I believe it's Summoner of Illusions. They went ahead and made him a super rare instead of an ultra rare. So they went ahead and they changed a lot of things for the Chinese audience, which I think is really interesting, actually, because they're gonna have a completely different start to the game. And they went ahead and added some cards. I think this is what Discblade Rider or Discblade something, but yeah. So they're changing the order in which they receive cards. So they have Dark Paladin, they have the Buster Blader Fusion, King of the Swamp. We didn't get until I believe the Bottomless the Floodgate box. So yeah, they are getting a lot of cool cards in their Ultimate Rising. So this is going to be a theme that you're going to see a lot. So they changed a lot of the rarities. Well, not a lot of them, but they changed some rarities. And they have changed the contents of the boxes a lot. So they're going to have cards that's, we didn't have at this time. So they are releasing, it looks like 4 boxes, and 3 of them are mini boxes, actually. So I knew at least some of these should have been main boxes, but they went ahead and made them minis instead. So this is the second mini box we ever got, and it is it features Dragon Ice, which is not a card we got until much later. And you see right here they have a 1700 beater already in the game as a rare. So they are slightly changing some things. I think it's pretty fascinating just how they went ahead and adapted this game for them. Here's another box. This is a mini box. You see it features Exiled Force, Black Pendant as the ultra rares, and then they have various super rares. That I don't think we're in the Dunamis Dark Witch box. Was this? I think this was the main box, right? I don't recall 100%. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Dunamis is a ultra rare as well for us. And then they changed. This should be the Meteor Black Dragon box, but they went ahead and made it a mini box featuring Chirion the Mage as the cover card, and they gave us a bunch of cards here. I won't go over too many of the cards just because those the contents haven't been super duper changed. They have added and removed a lot of things, but that's not even the biggest thing that they've added. So one of the structure decks that they gave them was the Arcbrave structure deck, which we did not receive until much later. So they're going to have Arcbrave Dragon, very early into the game, which is a very powerful monster. It allows you to special summon a dragon monster during the next standby phase after it was sent to the grave. So, yeah, they're going to have access to him. And I believe this was a SR in a box as well. So they're just giving it to them as a throw-in in this structure deck. So yeah, this is going to be important for later, but I'll get back to it. So then they also gave them character decks. You can buy them and you can play a deck from one of the characters. So here's a Kaiba themed deck, and it's gonna have the DD I believe it's DD Warrior, yeah, and Soul Exchange is in there, Kaiser Seahorse, Blue Eyes White Dragon, Econ. I don't know if Econ is gonna be only in this structure deck, or if you can farm for it, but that's interesting to see that he's in there. And Kaiba Man too. I know Kaiba Man used to be, he's a card trader card, right? So but Soul Exchange is really nice to get here. You can just get this, and it's in the deck. So yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it's not I don't think we'll get something like this in our version of the game, but this is a, their version is going to be completely different from ours. So yeah, so Soul Exchange, Econ, Kaiba Man, 3 Battle Oxes, pretty nice, and then obviously the DD Warrior. And the Interplanetary, is this a one-up in our game? I don't think you can get multiple copies, correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, and cloning, there's a cloning in there as well. And then this is the Dark Magician one. It's going to feature Dark Magician, Magical Hats, the Tricky, Karibo, offerings to the Doom that early into the game. The first time we got this in our Duel Links, it was in a selection box. So they're going to have it right off the bat. And I think Light Force Sword, I think that's definitely a card you can only get one of, right? Level up reward. So pretty nice to chain to like polymerization, ritual spells. I don't know what the best decks are. I would imagine it'd be like some Dark Paladin deck, or maybe even an Arc Brave deck. But yeah, so this is a deck they can purchase, and it comes with all those cards, so it's pretty nice. And then finally they have a Joey deck. So the Joey deck is going to come with Axe Raider, the Chad Axe Raider. They went ahead and downgraded him into a rare, but he is no longer an ultra rare, which is kind of sad, but it is what it is. And yeah, they gave him a Copycat, Tiger Axe, Baby Dragon, Fiend Mega Cyber. Pretty strong card too, Fiend Mega Cyber. It's kind of like a Cyber Dragon. And yeah, so that is the Joey box. So they have a much different card pool already right off the bat from them when we started the game. And then one of the other changes that they've made is they've gone ahead and censored some of the artwork on the cards. So I'm going to show you some of them just because I find them to be interesting. I haven't really seen anything too much like this, just because I don't think they release TCG cards in China. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm gonna go ahead and show them to you. So they had to remove a lot of skulls in the artwork. So to the left you're gonna see our artwork, and to the right you're gonna see their artwork. So on the left, you see we have a skull right here on, I believe this is Crimson Sunbird, Crimson Skullbird, something like that. They went ahead and just put him on a rock. And then here's Skull Servant. They went ahead and just got rid of his whole head. It just doesn't exist. I think that's pretty funny. And then I forget the name of this card, but they removed the skull off of it as well. Maybe a little extreme, but they have different, different values, so it is what it is. They had to do this to get the game out in China, so I just think it's interesting. Here's a couple more examples. This is gonna be the Japanese art / our art, like for these bottom two, and then these are the Chinese art, and then this is gonna be TCG art. So in ours they took out the cross, and theirs they left a cross, but they took out the skull. I believe this is what, Shallow Grave? Yeah, Shallow Grave. And then this is that Summon Skull card. I forget its name, but they went ahead and removed the skull. And then this is that free-to-play card, Spiritualism. Everybody knows it. They went ahead and got rid of all the skulls. But what's interesting to me about these is just like, do you think they have the original files for these, like, still saved somewhere? Because I'd imagine that it'd be pretty difficult to heavily edit some of these, but it looks like they were able to do it. And then here's a couple more. Dark Magic Curtain, pretty iconic. They went ahead and got rid of the skull over here. For us, they got rid of this, I believe it's called I don't know if this, I think it's a pentagram, right? They went ahead and got rid of it in our artwork, as you see on the right. And they left it in for the Chinese one, but they got rid of the skull. That's interesting. And then this card, I believe he lets you attack if your opponent has a set trap card or something, set spell and trap. They got rid of his head. They just gave him a little hood. So that's pretty common that they do that. And I think, yeah, here's one more. I think this is Blue-Eyed Zombie. They got rid of the eye. Gave him like an old man's face. I don't know if that's any better. They put what did they change on the 7 complete? I wonder what they changed. I don't even see a difference. If you guys see a difference, let me know. I mean, maybe they changed the yeah, I don't know. I can't see any difference from the Japanese one. Maybe I'm just blind. Well, anyways, and then finally, I think this is what Skull Invitation. Once again, they get rid of the skull. They gave him a little helmet. I think it looks pretty clean. All right. So then, another thing they changed are the quizzes at the start. You know, you guys all know. You know, they do ask you questions about that have to do with the show, but they don't explicitly show you any of the show at all. But on the Chinese version of the game, they will be showing you the actual show. I think that's kind of interesting. Nothing too major, but yeah. Then up next, another change. So at the start of our game, we did not have access to, you know, the result boosters, the XP booster, extra card, and the extra life. We didn't have those at the start of the game, but they have them right from the start. And another thing to note is their coins look different than ours. Slightly different font on the gem, I believe. But yeah, this is definitely not our coins. And I don't believe we have the scroll. And I believe the scroll links to another thing I'll show you later. So yeah. Now the other thing they changed is they will have cards exclusive to them. So we do not have Magical Dimension or Dragon Shrine in our game. The Chinese version of the game is going to have both of those cards right from the start. I believe Dragon Shrine is a level up reward for Kaiba. And it's a very powerful card. If you guys don't know what it does, it allows you to send a dragon type monster from your deck to the graveyard. And if you sent a normal dragon, you get to send an additional card. So you guys already know they're getting Arc Brave. So they can go ahead and send Blue Eyes, and then that will allow them to send an Arc Brave to the graveyard as well. So you get 2 dragons in the grave, and the Arc Brave can revive the Blue Eyes. So they're going to have some heat, you know, right from the start. There's going to be a nice deck, little deck for them. And then Magical Dimension, obviously, that's one of Yugi's cards. Right? Yugi played it? Yeah. Against Arcana, I believe. You go ahead and I think it's something like tribute your tribute a spellcaster, special summon. Oh no, it's like destroy a monster and then like special summon a spellcaster from your hand. Something like that. Something to that effect. Not exactly, but we don't have these cards in Duel Links basically, and they are going to have them. So I wonder, you know, are we going to get these cards, or are they going to get even more cards that we don't get? I wonder how that's going to go. But once again, it's going to be something nice to think about. Up next, they have teams, you know, team/guilds system. They have it in their game. So you can go ahead and make a team, join a team. You can set, you know, requirements like, oh, you need to be gold rank, or oh, you need to be king of games to join. So that's something that they have not added to our game yet, and it's been what, like 3 years. So hopefully we get that soon. I know not everybody is into it, but it's just something that they've asked about and they just haven't gone to, and they're already going to have it in the Chinese game. And then finally, their events are slightly different. So right now, you know, it was only available for 2 hours. They had a Red Eyes event where you did a duel versus Red Eyes in a tag duel. Obviously, you know, you're dueling with an AI, but there's a slightly different event. And let me see if I can just pull this up for you real quick, guys. Their duel world is a little bit different as well. That is something I wanted to show to you guys. Here is the, when you go to purchase the boxes, you'll see you have access to all 4 of them. So their duel worlds does look slightly different from ours. This little scroll thing up here, I think, is for the guilds part of the game, but you know, it's not confirmed. That's just my speculation. And obviously, you know, this is supposed to be what, the Duel Studio part of the Duel world, but it has this little gate here. So and then I believe this part in the back is for the guilds. You can create your own guild with gold. I'm not sure what this is. This is some weird icon. But yeah, I'm super interested in seeing, you know, how this game is going to be different from our Duel Links. So yeah, what do you guys think in the comments? Are you excited? I mean, I'm definitely going to be downloading this game when it's available, and I'm going to be just playing it to see what's different, to see what they add. You know, I'll have it to the side to my to my main Duel Links account, but I mean, I think it's going to be interesting, and I think we can expect to see some of those cards if they believe that They are of an acceptable power level, you know, like Dragon Shrine. I think we can expect to see that, right? Just because it's already in the Chinese version of the game. But anyways, once again, guys, I just want to clarify, you know, this is only off of a 2-hour closed beta test. So the information was very limited, but I do think that it is worth telling you guys about. The other thing, this is an official release. I know that it might appear to look like, oh wow, like there's no way they actually, like, this is an official release. Konami has sponsored, or has not sponsored, they have partnered with NetEase to release the game officially in China. So that's gonna be it from me. What do you guys think? Are you guys excited? Are you guys angry? Let me know in the comments. This has been your boys at DLE, and I will see you guys next time.